Hey there, and welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today because honestly, we are setting the stage for a true masterclass. We're going to unpack a highly structured, repeatable selling approach designed specifically for medical representatives, especially if you're coming into this from a non-medical background. If you've ever wondered how the top-tier performers out there seamlessly translate complex clinical knowledge into flawless, effortless sales execution, well, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to break down how you can master your entire product portfolio and start driving some serious prescription conversion rates. Let's get into it. Just a quick heads up before we really get going, this explainer is strictly for educational, informational, and knowledge-sharing purposes. The strategies and interpretations we're diving into are based on deep professional experience and publicly available info, so always do your own due diligence and consult the right professionals before making big decisions. This incredible framework comes to us courtesy of K.A. Kumar, the founder and lead consultant of S9 Consulting. With an extensive background as a TV-ET, NSDC trainer, career counselor, and expert in capacity-building programs, he is the absolute perfect authority to guide us through this strategy. Okay, let's dive into this roadmap. We'll start by tackling the MedRep challenge, move into knowledge and pre-call planning, step inside the doctor's cabin, look at tracking performance and KPIs, and finally wrap it all up with the golden rules for success. Section 1. The MedRep challenge. Look, to truly solve a problem, we've got to validate the everyday hurdles you're actually facing out there in the trenches. If you're out there hitting the pavement every day, you know these roadblocks all too well. I mean, you wait for an hour in a packed waiting room just to get maybe 2 precious minutes with the doctor. It's incredibly common to kind of panic in that high-pressure moment, right? You just end up promoting those easy-to-remember products because you want to avoid stumbling over some 15-syllable chemical name. Or maybe your call planning just fell by the wayside that morning. We have all been there. But defaulting to just a few familiar products, that means you're leaving a massive portion of your portfolio completely untouched. And that is exactly why S9 Consulting developed this 4-step solution framework. Think of this as your ultimate repeatable blueprint. It takes every single clinic visit and breaks it down into 4 manageable bite-sized stages: knowledge, planning, execution, and follow-up. By sticking to this exact system, you completely bypass the panic of a short visit and you empower yourself to confidently present your whole portfolio. Section 2. Knowledge and pre-call planning. Okay, the biggest secret in this industry? Your success inside the cabin actually begins long before you even walk through the clinic doors. It all starts with portfolio mapping. You literally list out every single product you've got, categorize them into therapy segments like cardio, diabetic, or antibiotics, and prioritize them A, B, or C. Then you assign those specific products to individual doctors based purely on what's relevant to their actual practice. This is how you stop relying on your memory. It guarantees you are targeting the exact right doctor with the exact right solution every single time. And this brilliantly illustrates how that mapping turns directly into action through a weekly portfolio coverage plan. By giving each day of the week a specific therapy focus, say cardio on Monday, diabetics on Tuesday, antibiotics on Wednesday, you're building a bulletproof rotation. It completely prevents you from neglecting any part of your portfolio, ensuring comprehensive coverage week after week. Section 3. Inside the doctor's cabin. Let's get into the execution. All right, here is where the rubber meets the road. When you only have moments to make an impact, you need the 30-second product pitch formula. It's punchy and it works every time. First, identify the patient's problem. Second, introduce your product as the solution. Third, state the clinical benefit. Fourth, drop the proof or clinical evidence. And fifth, close with a clear call to action, like asking for a trial prescription. The absolute key here, keep the language simple and clinical. Ditch the dense medical jargon that just bogs down your message. I want to pause here for a second, because I really need to highlight this crucial, non-negotiable rule. Do not exceed 3 products per call. This is all about profoundly respecting the doctor's severely limited time. You start with your flagship product, and then you logically link it to a maximum of 2 complementary products using a smart cross-selling strategy. It keeps you focused, and it keeps the doctor engaged without totally overwhelming them.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer power of story-based selling. Instead of walking in and rattling off a dry, boring list of facts, you frame your pitch around a specific, relatable patient scenario. When you explain a clinical benefit, like faster recovery or better patient compliance, through the lens of a patient the doctor can actually picture, that clinical data becomes instantly impactful and way more memorable. Of course, you are going to face pushback. That's just part of the job, right? But you can use these 4 steps as your tactical shield. Listen fully without interrupting. Acknowledge their viewpoint to maintain that professional respect. Provide a very specific clinical benefit to address their concern. And always, always confirm agreement before you move back to your close. This keeps the conversation confident, professional, and moving forward.
Section 4. Tracking performance and KPIs. You made the pitch. You walked out of the clinic. Are you done? Not even close. The follow-up phase is where you really prove your consistency. So the crucial point is that monitoring these daily metrics directly translates to achieving your ultimate goal, prescription growth. How many calls did you make today? How many products did you pitch or call? What's your territory coverage looking like? You simply cannot improve what you don't measure. Section 5. The Golden Rules for Success. Let's bring it all together. Here are the 4 golden rules from S9 Consulting. 1. Know all your products intimately. 2. Plan every single visit before you walk in. 3. Be incredibly confident and concise using that 30-second formula. And 4. Always promote the full portfolio. Listen, if you're coming from a non-medical background, these 4 pillars are the exact bridge you need to become a top-performing rep. Before we wrap this up, I want to say a huge thank you for watching this knowledge-sharing explainer. Our whole purpose here is to educate, empower, and inspire professionals and institutions through credible, practical learning resources. The info shared today is provided in good faith to encourage continuous learning and informed discussions. And a massive thank you to K.A. Kumar and S9 Consulting. I absolutely love their mission statement. Truth guides, service drives, impact lasts. Their motto says it all: learn, reflect, empower, and serve. And that leaves us with one final, incredibly important question to ponder. You now have the repeatable framework, you've got the pitch formulas, and you've got the tactical shields. So, are you ready to apply these rules, empower your doctors, and create a lasting impact in your territory? I certainly hope so. Take this blueprint straight into the field and start transforming that clinical knowledge into real-world execution today. Keep learning, keep reflecting, and keep empowering. See you next time.